Hey, what's going on, everyone? Real quick, I wanted to do that comparison I said I would do between the third gen Smiths and the Ruger P series. Both these weapons have been safety checked. I'm probably not even going to pick one, might touch them or something during this video, but both weapons have been safety checked and they are unloaded. This is really just a quick little general of which one I like better, which one I think's better objectively and from kind of a personal standpoint. Um, let's start with as far as grip. Now, I'm just using this P95 as a stand-in. I actually shot this 5903, this P95, and my P94 all back to back, and just to see which one I'd be more proficient and accurate with. And I will say I think the Ruger P series in this case is more accurate. I was actually a little bit more accurate with this P95 than I was this 5903. Um, Having said that, though, I think the third gen Smith and Wesson, and maybe this is just a little bit my bias showing, I think it has the capability to be more accurate. I was not inaccurate with it, but I think if you factored in something like a 5906 that would weigh more with the steel frame, that it may shoot better. Also, this it was a service weapon, so I got good accuracy with it. I just got a little bit more precise with the P94 and the P95. But this barrel, I don't know. It looks fine, but it might be more shot than I realize. But I wasn't getting bad accuracy by any means. And also to the third generations, they do have the performance center models. And I want to say I saw on Gunbroker the other day a Target version of a 5906. And I want to say I've seen an IDPA version of a 5906. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have. So, and I would think that that would be more accurate than most Ruger P series. But as far as just my skills and just shooting them offhand on the range, I was more accurate with the P series. And I think a lot of that comes down to the trigger. The P94 has the better trigger. This has a good trigger too, but I like the way the P94 breaks better than the trigger on this. But real quick thing, I like the way this reset is better on this 5903. It's just super positive and you barely have to let your finger off, and it seems like it's reset. It's like a very short reset, and that's factory stock too. Um, Sights, I like the sights generally a little bit better on the third gens. The Ruger P series sights are okay. I mean, they get the job done. As far as comfort, these are a little thicker, but they do feel good in the hand when you're pointing down range and shooting. These are just as comfortable too. They're a little slimmer, kind of profile on the third gen. So for that, I would probably rather carry a third gen than carry a Ruger P series, concealed at least. Also, too, back on the sights real quick, I keep forgetting. You can get like these style sights on some of the earlier third gen, like 5906s and stuff, or you can get the kind of adjustable style sights that have like the little metal wings on the side. They're kind of like guards. I've never had those on any third gen Smith and Wesson that I've had. Excuse me, but I can't say that I don't like them because I've never had them. But own I would own a third gen with them. It just hasn't happened yet, and maybe it never will. Who knows? But overall, I would say I think the better one objectively is probably the third gen Smith and Wessons, and I just think they're a little bit more refined. But they should be because they're in their third generation by the time these came along. Ruger P series in general, I mean. But I prefer the third gens, and again, it was my first gun, so maybe I'm a little biased. I just think they are designed a little bit better. I think some of the P95 or some of the Ruger P95 models before the P95, excuse me, I'm wording that terribly. I think if they would have made like a steel frame version of that, or maybe even a Target model, it'd be a different story. And I'm talking about the models that have the link internally. I think they could have maybe gone against some of the performance center versions of like stuff like this, or even the steel frame 5906 of this. But maybe I'll try and get a 5906 one day. But overall, if I had to pick, there's really no wrong answer. These are both great, a series of pistols. I've really been appreciating these a lot more the last 7 or 8 months, and I've had like two or three of them now. I just really have been impressed with the accuracy and how fun they are to shoot. I think I like the recoil impulse on this better than the P94 or this P95, but these Ruger P series are great too. But overall, if I could only keep one, I would probably keep the third gen Smith and Wesson if I had to be stuck in one older platform. Again, though, I just appreciate these older platforms because I mean I've had third gens for a while, but I've never had these. But I wonder if it's just that it's because it's something you can't get anymore, and you just don't really appreciate stuff till after it's gone. I guess that's how the saying goes. But again, Ruger P series or Smith and Wesson third gen, you can't really go wrong either way, in my opinion. Both have their pros and cons, but I do appreciate anyone watching, and everyone be safe.